So imagine seeing a new scalp care trend just completely explode on TikTok. You want to
Yeah.
capitalize on it immediately, but you literally can't sell a single bottle because your entire inventory is trapped on a cargo ship somewhere in the Red Sea.
Yeah, your cash is tied up, your timeline is frozen, and, well, by the time the product actually arrives, the trend is dead.
Exactly. And that over-reliance on distant overseas manufacturing, I mean, it's really shifted, right?
Oh, absolutely. It went from being this smart cost-saving measure to a massive logistical liability for UK and EU beauty brands. It's just a rigid system that doesn't survive contact with modern retail reality.
Which is why today's deep dive into the 2026 Strategic Master Plan for Aureus Ltd. Is such a wake-up call. We are focusing on a boutique contract manufacturer called Soft.
Right. And whether you are a startup founder or, say, a supply chain executive, this is basically your blueprint. It's about taking that massive, immovable global supply chain and shrinking it down to size by shifting production to Istanbul, Turkey.
Because it all comes down to geography, doesn't it?
It really does. Istanbul is essentially acting as a high-speed nearshoring hub right on the doorstep of the UK and Europe. So with Soft, the standard production to delivery cycle is a firm 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay, let's unpack this. A 3-week turnaround is wild.
Yeah, it's fast.
It actually reminds me of the agile software development model.
Yeah.
Instead of waiting 6 months to drop one massive, risky update, developers push small, iterative changes based on real-time feedback.
That's a really good way to look at it.
So how does applying that kind of speed to physical beauty products change the game? I mean, compared to competitors who are just sitting around waiting on Asian freight.
Well, think of the traditional supply chain as a hostage situation for your cash. Your startup's entire budget is just trapped in a shipping container for months.
Ouch. Yeah, that's a nightmare.
Right. But a 3-week turnaround frees that capital up. You are placing strategic bets on real-time market data instead of relying on, 6-month forecasts.
Wow. So if a specific ingredient goes viral on a Tuesday, you can formulate, produce, and have it on shelves before an overseas competitor ship has even left the port.
Precisely. It's about mitigating capital lockup and reacting to the market in real time.
Okay, the agile software analogy sounds great, but I mean, software doesn't have minimum factory orders.
Sure.
If a beauty brand wants to pivot in 3 weeks, they can't be forced to buy 10,000 units of a trendy scalp serum that might just flop. How do they actually execute this without going bankrupt?
And that is the genius of Soft capping their minimum order quantity at just 500 units. It provides a super low-risk entry point.
Wait, a 500-unit run? Usually when a factory lets you order that little and they are just, slapping your logo on cheap, stripping hotel shampoo, how is this premium?
That is a completely fair assumption, honestly, but Soft has a strict operational rule against that. They strictly forbid any association with the hotel amenities market.
Oh, really? So it's strictly retail?
Yes, they are exclusively focused on high-end premium retail production, specifically professional hair and scalp care. So influencers and agile startups can test custom formulas without sitting on a mountain of unsold inventory.
But moving that fast, with batches that small, my immediate thought is that they have to be cutting corners somewhere. Rapid production usually means safety takes a back seat, right?
You'd think so, but the master plan details rigorous standards to prevent exactly that. Every single run goes through mandatory in-house laboratory testing.
Okay, so there is actual scientific oversight.
Oh yeah, and they generate a formal batch analysis report for every single run.
So you're getting pure technical transparency along with the speed.
Exactly. You just have to look at their sister brand, TrueDerm, which uses the same infrastructure. TrueDerm handles really complex dermatological formulations.
Like they're 100% pure rosidamascena hydrosol.
Right. Which sounds like something you'd find in a high-end Mayfair boutique, not a rapid-fire factory.
Yeah.
But that level of technical rigor is applied across the board. Every product is engineered from day one to meet strict UK and EU compliance, including good manufacturing practices.
And CPNP registration, right? Let's clarify what that actually means for the listener.
Yeah, please do.
So it's not just fast, it has legal passports. With full CPNP registration on the UK Cosmetics portal, these products are legally cleared for UK and EU shelves the second they leave the facility. It completely removes the regulatory bottleneck.
It does. It completely rewrites the rules of risk management for brands trying to compete in a saturated market.
It really does. It takes that immovable timeline we talked about at the beginning, your cash trapped on a slow-moving cargo ship, and just shatters it. Nearshoring to Istanbul through a partner like Dallas brings together this really rare triad.
The boutique flexibility of a 500-unit order.
Right, plus rapid 3 to 4 week logistics and ironclad technical compliance. Which leaves us with a final thought for you to consider. If logistics and rapid nearshoring now dictate how quickly a beauty brand can pivot, how will this just-in-time manufacturing model completely rewrite the life cycle of beauty trends on your retail shelves in the next 5 years?